You.
Hello, good afternoon. May I confirm someone is hearing my voice?
Yes, we can hear you.
We can
Yeah.
hear you.
All right, thank you very much.
Can hear you.
Good afternoon, good evening. I welcome you to this evening's second day of our orientation, in which we would wish. Good afternoon. We want to have a second day of engagement, in which we shall talk about your joining of the graduate school. I want first to note that yesterday we reached 500 mark for joining. Those of you who have contacts with colleagues, we have shared a YouTube link that will be the alternative sign-in so that we can have all the 1,100 online. So if you have seen it on mail, it is, I think, chatted here. Those of you on this line, if you can connect through the YouTube, Then we create space for those who missed yesterday, but they still have the Zoom link. So we shall use both the Zoom link and the YouTube so that all the numbers are expected are on. So to start our program today, dear friends, the agenda, I made a brief walk through the agenda yesterday. We shall have an opening prayer. We shall invite a volunteer to give us a prayer for this second day. Then I will give very brief remarks. I will invite 2-3 deans who could not log on yesterday, and the chief of Mbarara and Arua to give very brief remarks of about 5-6 minutes each. We shall give you briefs from the Faculty of Graduate Studies and Research, starting from the structure of the faculty, and then we shall go to the individual staff who will walk you through technical administrative procedures that will guide you through your life at MOOBS. And please pay quite some critical attention to what is going to be mentioned, because these are administrative procedures. We shall continue walking with you through them, but before you start, as you start, these are very, very important procedures that you need to know that will support easy entry into the MOOBS system. I will right away invite a volunteer. Yesterday we had a volunteer to lead us in a prayer. I can see Rona. Rona, you want to volunteer to lead us a prayer?
Yes, sir.
Please do.
Father Lord, we want to thank you so much for this moment. King of glory, King of mercy, we glorify your name because you are good and your love endures forever. King of mercy, we thank you so much for this orientation. We thank you so much for our leaders, that are the deans who are taking us through. King of mercy, we thank you that you have given us a listening ear to listen and to learn and to know what to do in the course that we are going to take. Thank you, King of glory. We thank you so much for it's you who works in us to do and to will according to your good purpose. Thank you so much for strengthening us, for giving us wisdom all through for the years we shall be at school, that your provisions are inevitable. In the mighty name of Jesus, we have prayed and believed. Amen.
Amen. All right. Amen. I think there was a technical issue. IT muted us all. Please, you would have unmuted Rona. She was still leading the prayer, but thank you so much, Rona, for the prayer. And we are hopeful that those words to God will guide us through our engagement today and for the next couple of years that will be with MOOBS. Once again, I welcome you to this second day of our engagement and request that those you know who might be logging in and they fail when we reach the 500 mark, we have provided an alternative link through YouTube, and we could request those of you online now to use the YouTube, which I have asked the IT to put into the chat room so that you can go through YouTube, and we create space for those who might not have accessed it, but we sent it to all your mails, and we hope people will be able to use it. Yesterday, we walked you through graduate school, the link between MOOBS and Makerere, and how the Faculty of Graduate Studies and Research provides the services in coordination with various faculties at the MOOBS main campus. We also mentioned that we have basically 6 campuses where we do our work from. The main campus is Nakawa. This is the MOOBS main campus at Nakawa, where the teaching and the coordination and offices of undergraduates are. But for master's degree, we offer some classes from MOOBS main at Nakawa. I mentioned that the Faculty of Graduate Studies and Research, which is your home where all your study issues will be connected from is in Bugorobi, and it is called MOOBS Annex. Those who came here to pick letters, to pick your application or something, you are aware of where we are located. That is MOOBS Annex, Bugorobi, Faraday Road. Those who have not been here, and yet on Thursday, you're expected to be starting classes. We have the campus in Jinja, we have the campus in Mbale, we have the campus in Arua and Mbarara. I did mention that these campuses are accredited by the National Council of Higher Education to offer undergraduate courses. For the graduate courses, they are offered at MOOBS Main. You are admitted and processed and coordinated at MOOBS Main, which is Bugorobi, MOOBS Annex. That is where the Faculty of Graduate Studies and Research are. However, in our internal arrangement, we do recognize those of you who are working up country in areas of Arua, in areas of Mbarara and Jinja. And so we make internal arrangements to teach from those centers respective master's programs. For Mbarara, MBA and procurement. For Jinja, MBA, procurement and human resource. Arua, MBA and human resource. So if you are in those areas and you have enrolled but still wondering how you might be able to juggle around studying in Kampala daily, please reach out to our campuses and you will be guided on how to go about your enrollment for study alongside the coordination by MOOBS main campus. We also brought you on board on the numbers of admission so that you have the feel of the family that you are joining. In total, I mentioned that we have admitted 1,111 students in different programs from Master of Human Resource Management, Master of Business Administration, in Banking and Investment, Hospitality Management, Leadership, International Business, Economic Policy, Human Marketing, Science in Marketing, Entrepreneurship and Innovation, Procurement, and Economics Governance. We also mentioned yesterday that we have postgraduate diplomas as well as PhD in Energy Economics and PhD by research only. For the PhD online, we shall have a special physical orientation on Friday where we shall walk through. For the postgraduate diploma in business education, we shall have a physical interaction on Saturday here at MOOBS Annex, and the Master of Business Administration, those who registered for MOBA or weekend, we shall also have a physical orientation on Saturday here after these two. For the rest of the groups, on Thursday, you will report to your respective rooms as per the timetable and as how my colleagues are going to brief you. We shall have the staff of the faculty waiting for you at the respective campuses to guide you into your respective classes. Yeah, so we shall be able to do that. And we are working out that so that you are clearly guided into your respective classes. We are working on that so that you are able to start well. It's now my pleasure to invite my colleagues who are going to walk you through the different aspects. I'm confirming the Dean, Faculty of Business Administration. I'm confirming the Dean, Business Administration. Yesterday, he couldn't log on, and we want to check that he's online. As the deans who we missed yesterday and the campus directors come on board, I will invite my colleague, Professor Sulait, to give us a brief about Faculty of Graduate Studies and Research and then I will request the staff to give you particular administrative procedures. Prof. Sulait, please come online. All right. Prof. Sulait is joining in, and he will be giving you a brief in the next couple of minutes. And I'm confirming if Dr. Mweru from Jinja is online. Dr. Mweru from Jinja, or Professor Aksimile from Mbarara. I'm missing him. Prof. Kitui is not yet online. Dr. Ronette. Dr. Ronette is online. Dr. Ronette is the Dean, Faculty of Energy Economics, and she will give us a brief about that faculty. We missed her yesterday. Dr. Ronette, are you able to connect and give a brief about the faculty, please?
Yes, I am. Thank you very much. I hope I can be heard. I am in Dodoma at a place whose network is very, very jumpy. So let me just run through and hope that I won't need to climb a higher tree. So my name is Ronette. Students, welcome to MOOPS. I am the Dean of the Faculty of Economics, Energy, and Management Science. Like Professor Bajiri has said, we have 3 departments of Applied Statistics and Management Science, Energy Science and Technology, and Applied Economics. So the students at the graduate school fall under 2 departments, that is Applied Economics, which houses the Masters of Economic Policy and Management, and the Masters in Energy, Economics, and Governance. So welcome to MOOPS, guys. And then that same department also houses the PhD in Energy, Economics, and Governance. Now, the head of department of that department is Dr. Bernard Onyinyi. So please get that name. Should you need any help, you either see myself or Dr. Bernard Onyinyi. But generally, all the staff at the faculty should be able to help you once you come. We also have we have the Bachelor of Arts in Economics, and we will soon have the Bachelor of Energy, Economics, and Governance. What would I want to give you is to welcome you to MOOPS, to tell you it's the place to be, to tell you, like you already know, it is big kids school. There is not much spoon feeding. There is not much, you will get out as much as you put. This is a master's or a PhD level study you're going to pursue. So my plea to you is that, like undergraduate studies, that was a way for you to complete school. You couldn't be done with school unless you had gotten your bachelor's. A master's is a choice. You choose to come back. You choose when you come back, for many people. And even for those who have to stay out for some reason, work, children, finances, still, you make a choice when you come back. So now that you have chosen to come back, I beg you, please make this a place to be. Don't sit in class and say, but they did not give us that. They will give you a bit of what you need. Go out and search for a lot more. That is a master's degree world over. You're given very little, and you go out and build on that little and learn. Please remember the world is looking for what can you do. It's not looking for, I have a master's. It's looking for what can you do with that master's degree. So I beg you, do not leave when you're theoretical. If you are taught research methods, ask yourself, what other tools can I use to improve on my research? Please go learn them. Please ask the staff. Many of them know what other steps you could take, only that the time for teaching will not allow them to teach you some things. When you're taught one software, please ask them, how can I apply it? Do you have any research that you're doing at the moment? Can I join in for the sake of learning? Please go far. Please push yourself. Endeavor to don't leave the same way you came. This is not advanced undergrad where you just add on more papers. Please tell yourself it's not advanced undergrad. You will leave with a master's, you will leave with an MBA. What can you do with your MBA? If they put you somewhere in the office, what can you apply? What can you change? And that will only come from the bottom of your heart. So please tell yourself you are here not to get a second bachelor's degree. It's an advanced degree. And therefore, you should also leave when you feel advanced for sure. But that advancement is going to come from your peers. It's going to come from you pulling more from the staff than what they are giving you. It's going to come from you putting yourself out there. As I conclude, network. You're going to have a diverse array of people in your class from different places. Please do not live with only your OGs as your friends or your OBs as your friends. You will have shortchanged yourself. Live with numbers, be active on groups. Those are the second level of networks you will get apart from your undergrad, or maybe third level and your previous schools. They are already placed in various places. We open doors for you, and you are an open door for us. You're welcome to MOBS. We are at your service. Over to you, Professor.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Ronette. As you have heard, she's the Dean. In addition to those of yesterday, her docket is Economics, Energy Studies, and Management Science. So those of you who are doing a PEG, the PhD in Energy, Economics, and Governance, that is the faculty where you reside. We shall be coordinating from here, but working together with her. Those of you who are doing a Master of Economic Policy and Management, and those of you who are coming to do Master of Energy and Economics, that is the faculty that will provide the capability that you need to be processed very well while at MOBS. Thank you very much. Shared a bit of network connectivity as we had. She's attending an energy summer school in Dodoma, Tanzania. And however, we are able to get her to give us that blight. Okay, I'm checking if my colleague Prof. Sulait is online to give a brief about the faculty. I don't seem to see him online. Prof. Sulait online? Okay, let me do that very quickly. The Faculty of Graduate Studies and Research, I have already mentioned, is the faculty that coordinates your work with all the other respective faculties. The Faculty of Graduate Studies and Research, located at Bugorobi, what you call MOBS Annex. Our mandate is to handle all graduate studies and research related academic and administrative procedures. Our work is directly with the faculties that I have mentioned at MOBS, together with the Directorate of Graduate Studies and Research. Tomorrow, the Director of Graduate Studies and Training at Makerere University will give his address to you so that you hear the procedures, the rules that govern graduate studies at Makerere. I also want to mention that at a later time, Makerere University will organize a physical orientation for all graduate students across the colleges. Please, when we send you that message, we shall request you to go to Makerere and be inducted into the graduate family of Makerere University at a time that they will communicate. The structure of this faculty, once again in brief, FGSR or GRC in its old name. GRC in the old name is Graduate Research Graduate Center. Graduate Research Center, GRC, or in the current name, FGSR, Faculty of Graduate Studies and Research. The Faculty of Graduate Studies and Research does not house academic programs, but we coordinate the academic programs. We have heard that from Dr. Ronette this evening, and yesterday we had it from the various deans who addressed us. The faculty is headed by a dean who has 2 deputy deans. By grace of God, I'm the dean, Professor Vincent Bagire. I introduced myself yesterday, and we shall continue to engage throughout your stay here. I have 2 deputy deans. I have Dr. Geoffrey Nkutu and Professor Tumwine Sulait. And Professor Sulait yesterday gave a brief, and I was expecting him this evening. He has some connectivity problem. He will be coming on board shortly. So I work with the 2 deputy deans in handling all administrative and academic leadership of the faculty. I have the faculty registrar. She's going to address you shortly, Miss Harriet Nakayenga Baramaga. She'll give you an address on all issues related to results, related to what we have. I have senior administrators, I have administrators, and other office support staff. At Bugorobi, we provide all the information you require. We provide issues to do with supporting you on registration, library, coordination with other teaching units, hygiene issues. We handle all issues of security while you are at Bugorobi. We also have the bursar's office. The bursar's office has an office at Bugorobi. So all issues related to financial payments are handled here at Bugorobi in the bursar's office. My staff here under that office are going to give you a brief in the next couple of minutes. This faculty handles 14 master's programs. We handle 14 master's programs and postgraduate diplomas. We also handle PhD related studies. So that is our mandate, to coordinate master's programs, postgraduate diplomas, and the PhD studies. When you come to Bugorobi, all the information that you need will be provided here. And as mentioned, we work directly with the Directorate of Graduate Training at Makerere University through the Academic Board. The Academic Board is the highest academic making decision body here at MUBS. All issues to do with the graduate training, with undergraduate study and the postgraduate are handled by the Academic Board. The Academic Board is like the Senate here at MUBS, and so we handle all those different aspects. So our work involves giving information, guiding you, and supporting you administratively, and also coordinating the teaching element, which is handled directly by the respective faculties where your programs reside, as well as the respective courses that will be handed to you. In terms of study, in terms of teaching, the Faculty of Graduate Studies handles the issues to do with timetabling, and we consider the students who are going to study here, those who may be undertaking their classes at main campus. We also have students, as I have mentioned, whom internally we arrange to study from the campuses. That is still the duty of this faculty, to ensure that students who are studying from Arua, those who are studying from Jinja, those who are studying from Mbarara, are coordinated with those studying here at the main campus of MUMS. So that you don't go to Mbarara and you say, for me, I'm doing an MBA of Mbarara. No, it's not there. It is the same MBA. So the coordination in terms of teaching, in terms of research, in terms of all administrative procedures are provided by this faculty. So that is the quick overview of the faculty that have joined, the faculty that will be responsible right from your admission up to presenting your names at Makerere University for the award of your respective degrees. So that is how it goes. Shortly later, I give you my colleagues. My colleagues are setting up themselves to give you a brief about right from admission up to the end. So I will be inviting my staff, my colleagues, to give you about 5 to 10 minutes each of different administrative procedures that we are involved in. As they prepare, I will start with the one who is going to give you a briefing right from admission. We are going to give you briefing right from admission. We shall give you briefing on how you change courses. We shall give you information on how you handle or you will access your admission information, how you will start registration, how you will go to classes, how you will pay, how you will access internet. All these issues are going to be mentioned by the respective staff. So I want us to pay some good attention to those procedures that are handled. Remember, and I want to remind you of what was mentioned yesterday, getting the master's degree is both academic and administrative. One of the colleagues mentioned it yesterday. So put energy into your study, into passing your exams, and also following basic administrative procedures that are very important as you join us. All right, that is the brief about the Faculty of Graduate Studies and Research. We shall keep giving a rejoinder as we go on, as we walk you through the administrative procedures, but that is the structure of the faculty, and that is what we do. We have a client charter that we try to follow in order for us to make sure, in order for us to follow what we are able to do. So I will right away invite my administrative staff to give you the different briefs, having given you a walk through the administrative structure of the faculty. But as I mentioned, we shall give you a little more as we go on. May I invite the other four, the first staff? Oh yes, yes, Prof. Slight. I had called you earlier.
No, I have been on since 6 p.m.
Oh, I was calling you to give a brief about the faculty, and I was not getting through with you.
Maybe
And
I can do now.
I had to walk through the structure of the faculty.
I've been listening, yeah.
Yes, yes. Oh, okay.
Maybe I can
give a rejoinder. You can give a rejoinder, please, on some few things.
Okay, thank you so much, Dean, and thank you so much, students. The Dean has mentioned my name. I am a deputy dean. Of course, we structure ourselves to handle different activities. We support one another. I basically focus more on research and PhD programs. And maybe to go to the gist of the matter, in addition to what he already said, for us at FGSI, ours is to ensure that we coordinate the activities, the programs he has mentioned, and we ensure that you get some good learning environment. But largely, learning is a preserve of a student. We don't force you to learn. We only provide a conducive environment and ensure that the reason why you came to do your degree of master or why you came to do a PhD is justified. That's our mandate. In our classes, we are always punctual. If an evening class begins at 5:30, that is 5:30. If another one begins at 7:30, it's 7:30. We always call upon you to ensure that you manage your time appropriately as is. And another thing we want to ensure to inform you that our master's program, all of them are 2-year program, whether MBA, whether MHRM, whether procurement, whether Master of Science in Accounting, all are 2-year program, where majority you study 1 year, and then after 1 year, you embark on your research. Of course, in the first year, like for MBA, you don't specialize, you do a general MBA, you tend to choose the option you prefer in second year. We have very many options. One of our registrars is going to talk about them. So in second year for MBA, you take up your options, but for other programs in year 1, you straight away, like Master of Science in Accounting, procurement, you are straight away mastering in that discipline. It is a degree of master. You have come to master, and in mastering, you depict high level. We read a lot, we do a lot of research, and you know these days we are moving into what we call student-centered learning. We shall not be overteaching you more. You have not come to master to be overtaught. You have come to master a discipline for which we believe you selected rightly. We need, at this point, you could have been given enough careers guidance. But in case you need some careers guidance, I am available. Professor Wajid is available. Dr. Nkuti is available to help you, give you a right career so that you go or you partake a course which is of your choice, which is of your future. Now, at Masters, you are now already in your career. You have chosen a career. But in case you feel like, I always get some student in second year MBA coming now for me, what option can I take? You can imagine at second year. That decision should be taken now. You say, for me, this is my future aspirations. I need guidance to do the right thing so that your future looks bright, looks good. So we shall give you that support. But as I said, our masters are all 2 years, and we always appeal to our students, please complete on time. Come, enroll, do your first year, second year, do your research. After second year, in the first week of third year, that is January, go to Makere, get your degree, create space for others. Don't close the system because of your laziness. You came to master and go, use your degree. Don't come to master and become a problem. You corrode in the system. If you are like water moving through a pipe, I think you know a pipe, and somewhere there is a blockage, water will overflow. Don't overflow and you destabilize our system. Be focused, do your consultations so that you are able to finish your degree on record time. Another thing, as I said, a master's is an individual fulfillment. It is your degree, the degree of your choice. Ensure that you manage your time, because a master's is demanding. You will find that those who are studying evening, you study from 5:30 to 9:30, 4 hours a day, yet you have 8 hours of work in your office or in your job. Then you have to balance weekend for the family. There are courseworks coming in, one after another. So you see the time available is not good enough, but the workload is too much. You always hear that you always find work being too much, but the time is as if we don't have 24 hours in a day. So manage your time, manage your finances, and ensure high level of commitment. The pass mark is 60. Once you score 58, you have failed. And when you fail, there is a charge that comes in thereafter. Bursar will tell you that. So put in your time. If it is classwork, do classwork. Don't come to master cheating. Don't come to master hovering around. Come for a purpose, achieve your purpose, Go and use the knowledge you have gotten and change the country, change the world. Secondly, finances, you have to pay tuition, functional fees, the boss is going to talk about them, but also you have to have transport to come to class. So manage your finances so that at the end of the semester, we don't get complaints. Because for us, at the end of the semester, when you have not fully paid, you will not sit an exam. So manage your finances, and so that you don't get some challenges in between. And highly consult where you need to. Ensure high level of work-life study balance. You have to study, you have family activities, you have your work. So work, learning, family balance now. We know others call it work balance. Ours is now work, family, study balance. What I normally call a triage. Time that is available is shared among 3 activities: family, studying, work, to make ends meet. So see how you optimally utilize the available time for the reason that's why, or the purpose you have come to school, that you don't get some challenges on the way. Of course, now that you have joined and you are part of us, you are our ambassadors from the day go. One thing I normally tell people, when you see where we are wrong, please come to us. The dean has a way under which you reach him. We are in the process of putting up a suggestion box, which will be opening as the dean for confidentiality, so that in case there is some wrongdoing, in case there is something you feel is not good, that would want to kill our image, you put in that one, or you can WhatsApp him, so that we quickly be in this thing of education together. It's not a one-man's game. When you become part of us, you always become candid and open to tell us, but lecturer, this and this is not like this and this, so that we quickly come in and we intervene, because ours is we aim at giving you a quality service, so that your expectations as why you joined MOOCs of all other universities in the country of East Africa is actualized. So in case you find where what you aimed at is being hampered, please come up and tell us. Our duty is to listen to you. At least every day there is some dean at FGSR. They are going to show you our offices, or are going to show you our offices. At least we are always there, and our duty is to do that managerial job. So be our ambassadors. Let us be in this activity together, the learning together. Where you find some challenge, let us be part of it. As you know, when you come to university, we become your mentors and supervisors we shall give you. So we are willing to offer that and feedback if you came up with an issue that you feel is trying to hamper your success. Okay, I will not go too much into the details. We shall be chipping in with some others. And of course, in case you have an issue, always type in the chat. I am always reading. I will reply instantly in the chat, or at another opportunity, I will be able to come in and give the answer to the comment you have put in the chat or the issue. But feel free, be part of us. But above all, know why you have come to the university, and ensure that the purpose or the reason that's why you enrolled, you should see that in the process of your learning. Remember, learning is not an event. And I want us to make a difference between being educated and being learned. We aim at creating learned graduates, not educated idiots. We want people who are learned, and learning is achieved through a process. The process began when you applied, when you searched for GMAT, some of you, when you got the admission, the process started, and since yesterday, we are now learning, we are in the learning journey up to when you finish your 2 years. Ensure that you become changed. Learning is about being changed. It's not only about scoring an A or a 90, no. And a 90 is a score, and we call it an evaluated score that comes through assessment. But arrive at assessment, it is a process that begins early enough. By the time you sit to exam, you will have gone through a lot of changes, metamorphosing. So ensure that you learn. Don't clamor to be educated. I want to have 80 only. When the knowledge, when the 80s or a master's is not going to be reflected in your actions. It's about creating a land people, and please let us move that journey together so that you feel that you are belonging into a university of substance. I won't stop at that, but please let's continue engaging so that we make our ends meet. We become learned graduates, not educated idiots. Mark those two words, and when you have time, find out the difference between a learned person and an educated person. A better one is a learned, which is the place you are now trying to inculcate into you. Dean, I want to stop here for now, and we'll have others talk, but we shall keep keeping in as and when demand arises.
Okay, thank you very much, Prof. Slight. He has given you a walkthrough some of the other issues and services that we offer here at FGSR. I see the questions on admission letters, on registration, on the recording for yesterday. We are going to answer those through my administrative team. I wish again to mention that this link has now hit close to 500 people. We know if you know colleagues who are trying to log in, inform them that we have sent a YouTube link which is connected directly here, and they'll be able to listen in to attend the orientation. We sent it on your mails, and we also sent it through the WhatsApp groups that were quickly formed yesterday. If you have any colleague who is trying to log in and you have hit the 500 mark, we are providing the alternative linking. I want to make a quick rejoinder to what Prof. Wright has mentioned about your personality. As you come to study the masters, there will be institutional factors where we are concerned, but there will be personal factors where you are the in charge. Family, work, study, life balance. That pattern is not a simple one. We have had students coming here, they are sick. We provide medical services in the school, but not the chronic cases that can be handled here. We have had students who come here and have security matters. We have security here. We have had some security coming to arrest students here, that this student has loans and they are trapping you when you have come to class. Please, if you are in that case, let us know as well and see how we guide you as our student, not as a data or a criminal outside there. We also do recognize, and I want to mention this, that our graduate students are students of capability, of ranks in society, in government. We do enjoy that our graduate students are ministers, they are captains, brigadiers, commissioners, business people, head teachers, and all those big titles. And indeed, we enjoy them. It's our pride that you have those ranks, but you come to be at MUBS as a student. Two things. When you come, do not leave your title at the gate. Enter the compound, enter the class with your title. We enjoy it. However, two, be humble with your title. We have had cases of students who come, don't you know I'm a captain? We say, okay, you're a captain in the army, but in MUBS you're a student. However, we enjoy having a student who is a captain in the army. It gives us mileage, it gives us networks. But when you come and start saying, don't you know I'm a bank manager in class, then we shall remind you that here you're a student. Whether you have done SCCA, CPA, ACC, whatever, we shall still teach you financial accounting. We shall still teach you debit and credit, because we know there is a student who did forestry who has never heard of the same, but has come for a business degree in his career. And so come with your title and quietly, please inform us that I'm of this title. We enjoy it and we like it. But when in class, when in the compound, be as humble and come as possible. We know many students come with their escorts. We have had several of them. They say, escorts, stay there. Don't bring your escort stand behind you in class, because there we shall kindly arrest the escort because he's in the wrong place and doing the wrong thing. Our students don't need guidance inside the classroom because we have our security that provides. So let's understand that. And in addition to that, yesterday I mentioned it, that many of you are in government. Professor Wright has just mentioned you are now our ambassadors. You are also part of our problems now. As you come to MOOBS, you realize our budget in government is small, yet we need to provide excellent services. Some of you are the budget officers who approve. Some of you are the commissioners in the Ministry of Works, and you will see our road leading to MOOBS with potholes. You will see that we don't have lights around Bugorobi, and yet you are a commissioner in KCCA. Please, you are now part of our future, part of our good things and bad things, and give us the mileage that we enjoy having you as a student in your respective titles. We enjoy that. And please, as you come, tell us, I am a priest, I do this, I am a pastor. However, in class, don't stop the lecturer because you want to preach the word of God to a very quiet audience. There we shall not agree. All right. Having mentioned that, let's start answering the key questions of your administrative joining. And I will ask the first administrator, senior administrator, Miss Catherine, to come on board and give you a brief about admission related matters. After her, I will come to a colleague who is in charge of e-learning and IT, so that you know how you are going to be guided through our AIT system. I'll bring on one for registration. I'll bring one on for BASA in that order. May I request Catherine to take over, please? You have about 5 to 10 minutes to walk us through the administrative procedures related to admission matters.
Thank you, Prof. Can someone confirm that I can be heard? Good evening, colleagues. I would like to join our deans in welcoming you once again to our mighty MOOBS. Thank you for choosing MOOBS as your institution to undertake your masters, and we are happy to receive you. I'll go straight to the issue of admissions. You've been receiving communication from us about those ones who are recommended for admission, on how to access your provision admissions. Please note that in case you want to download your provision admission, you need to log on to your Makerere University application portal. You log on to apply.mac.ac.ug, the way you applied. Then click on your admission history in order to access your provision admission. Most of you have already received your provision admissions that way, but others are still having challenges. We have noticed since last week that some of the reasons why some of you don't have these admission letters is because some of you are recommended subject to fulfilling some certain conditions. Some of you have submitted these things and we've submitted them to Makerere. Today, we engaged with the officials at length. By next week, you will all have been updated in the portal and you'll be able to access your admission, your provision admissions. All those ones with such issues of recommended subject to submission of a transcript, submission of a letter, equating your degree with National Council or your O and A level with UNEB. If you know you've submitted those documents, kindly give us up to Monday, Tuesday next week. Your portals will be updated and you'll be able to access your provision admissions. Now we also have cases of applicants who wrongly filled in the application form. When you're applying for this master's, there's a part that requests you to fill in your bachelor's degree. For example, what did you do at bachelor's? Number one, maybe Bachelor of Business Administration or Bachelor of Human Resource Management or Bachelor of Procurement and Supply Chain Management. Now the challenge is that some of you, instead of filling in the bachelor's degree you did, you filled in the word degree. The output from the portal brings the word degree. It means the system doesn't recognize what you studied. that implies that the system first jumps you before uploading your provisional admission. We've received some of these queries and we've been handling them case by case. In case you have such an issue, kindly contact us. We shall contact Makerere because this is a case by case and they work on you. That is subject to verifying what you attached when you are applying. We also have issues of applicants who did not pay application fees. Now these ones will also not access their provisional admissions. If you know you did not pay application fees, please go to Makerere CTF building, CTF 4. It is opposite Senate building, CTF level 4 accounts office. They will generate a PRN for you to complete your application process by paying the 50,000 so that they can unlock you on the system and you access your provisional admission. In case you're having challenges there, kindly contact us. We shall still be able to help you. I'll move straight away to the issue of change of program. Most of you have been contacting us on how you can change probably from MBA evening to MBA modular and vice versa. The system was opened. You will log into your student portal. This is student at Mark. You need to log in on that portal. If you check your provisional admission, it has that link. You activate your studentship. After that, click on services and you proceed to change program. After changing, you will generate a PRN. Change of program is subject to payment of a fee of 6,000 shillings. You include bank charges when you reach the bank, but you click on generate PRN to pay the 6,000 for change of program. You get that payment reference, go to the bank, pay the 6,000 and give it about 2 to 3 days to reflect. Then the system will update. In case you're having challenges after 3 days and you have not received your change of program notification, kindly alert us. We shall still help. In case you're having challenges with this change of program issue, you will contact our ICT gentlemen. We are going to share their contacts in chat. We have Christopher Linda and David Teresewa. They will be able to help. We will also talk about registration. Registration is two-way. We have manual registration where we verify the academic documents that you used, the names and other attachments as we shall share. There's also online registration. Online registration will be handled by our colleague in database who will take you through the online registration on how to activate your studentship. I saw already some of you were asking you cannot activate your studentship on the MOBS portal. That one will be handled by our database admin. But for manual, we shall communicate when manual registration will take place. This happens once in a year because we need to verify the people or applicants that we admitted on the various programs, and we shall share the registration requirements for that exercise. We shall communicate when it will start and when it will end. Please also note that in order to register for manual, you will have to have collected your full admission. These ones we shall communicate when Makerere finally prints them. For now, you're only getting a provisional admission from the portal, but now the original admission is printed by Makerere and delivered here. We shall communicate through your respective class leaders on when to pick them and the requirements you'll need. Usually, to pick the original admission letter, you should have paid functional fees, all the functional fees, and 60% tuition. But this is in progress. We shall still be communicating as we go on. Please also note that as you study, I think the deans hinted on it, when you get challenges along the way, during the semester or even during the year when you're in semester 2, please do not just disappear. We have procedures on how we can help you to withdraw from the program so that you can resume at a time when you've settled. Some people get financial challenges along the way and probably they've done one semester and cannot continue to the second semester. But In order to do this the correct way, we have administrative procedures that you go through. In case you get challenges, kindly come to office. We shall guide you on how to fill in withdrawal forms. Please note that a student is allowed 2 maximum withdrawals on a program, meaning you can only withdraw twice, 2 academic years, 1 at a time. When you withdraw, you go away for 1 year. Like, for example, if you withdraw from semester 2, or for example, academic year 2025, 2026, you will be able to resume in semester 2 of academic year 2026, 2027. Please do not just disappear, because you'll reappear after a year and we cannot help you. Makerere does not withdraw students in retrospect. Someone should have withdrawn at that time when they were supposed to withdraw. And like the deans hinted, kindly study and finish your programs so that you're not caught up with the challenge that we are dealing with right now called deregistration. You're admitted for 2 years, 2 maximum withdrawals, that makes it 4 years, 2 extensions, 6 years. It means the 7th year you should have finished, or 8th year when you're finishing your studies. Try to study and finish, because if you're deregistered, it has a financial implication. Imagine being deregistered because of financial challenges, then you're reinstated and they're still charging you more money to put you back on the program. So we kindly request you to study and finish, and when you get challenges, like the deans said, kindly reach out to them. They are ready to help you. Thank you very much.
Very much, Catherine, for that input. I shortly invite one from e-learning, but I want to make one rejoinder, Cathy, in the change of program. Please note that the change of program is locked for MBA. You cannot move from any other to go to the MBA, because the MBA admission is subject to a graduate management admission test. The only change of program available is between MBA evening and MBA weekend. And when we meet the MBA on Thursday and on Saturday, we shall give you that detail so that you appreciate if you applied wishing to study every evening and you have realized that the work schedule may not allow, then we shall guide you how to change to the weekend and vice versa. You cannot at this point move from marketing to MBA, or you say, I came for finance and accounting, I would wish to do an MBA now. That one is locked because of the admission requirements, but you can change within all the other master's programs. So that is very, very important to note. She also hinted about the leaders of the courses. Just as you know, the class monitors, the course leaders that you have gone through your undergraduate, we shall at a time, soon after you are starting, have course leaders, elected or nominated. And even yesterday, I saw some volunteers who came up to create links and all this kind. The course leaders are very, very important because they work directly with us and with the respective lecturers on coordinating the issues respective to your program. And we shall be happy to get capable people who are willing, available, and ready to go an extra mile in ensuring that everything moves smoothly. As we have heard so far from yesterday, there is a lot that involves your study. All right, if there is a question on registration, you can type in the chat, we shall answer. But most of the questions I said, we shall answer them tomorrow after the address of the principal. Once again, the YouTube is open. Please inform those who might be failing to log on to this 500 mark, if you know any, so that they can join us through the YouTube. May I invite my colleagues from the e-learning, Mr. Kiseka, if you have a comment, please you type it in the chat. We are not answering voice comments at this point. May I invite my colleagues from the e-learning to tell us about issues related to the MUBSEP. Mr. Sentong and team. Sentongo, Luinda, Chris, and team, come on board, please. You have about 5 to 6, 7 minutes to give a brief. All right, my IT team are muted themselves, and they are muting others, and they are not on board yet. They are on board, but certainly they'll be coming on shortly. May I invite my colleague who is in charge of the timetable to give us a brief about how the timetable is structured, where you are going to study from. We have been saying on Thursday, classes are starting on Thursday. I've seen in the chat, is it online, 75%, 25% physical? Let's hear from Madam Com. Give us, please, a brief about the timetable issues. Com, we are waiting for you to hear about the timetable.
Com, you are unmuted. You can proceed, please.
Com, please proceed.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Komu Chaviona Nebye, an administrator at the Faculty of Graduate Studies and Research, and I'm going to talk about one item, that's the timetable. Ladies and gentlemen, the timetable is already out and we sent it via your emails. I hope you've all received it. It will be both physical and online. And the physical classes will take place at Nakawa and Bugorobi Annex. The following program shall have their lectures at Nakawa main campus. That's MBA, Group A and B, Masters of Science in Marketing, Masters of Science in Entrepreneurship, Masters of Science in Banking and Investment, Masters of Hospitality and Tourism Management, and other programs will have their lectures at Bugorobi Annex. Secondly, we expect all programs to nominate the class coordinators. The faculty will be communicating through class leaders. Remember, you are not alone. The faculty staff are here to support you. We look forward to serving you. Thank you.
Okay, Madam Com was quite brief, but I will give a little more detail so that we are able to get you on board. I mentioned that the timetable is out. It has been circulated to you. Kindly check the mail and get the particulars of your class. But I will make a very quick walkthrough so that we minimize the movements on Thursday so that you are able to know where you are headed and what is involved. All right, and I will mention a program. Please pay attention to your respective programs. If you are in Master of International Business, come directly to Bugorobi. On the first block, you will see there will be a staff to usher you into your respective class. Master of International Business, come to Bugorobi directly. That's where you are studying from. Master of Human Resource Management, come straight to Bugorobi. Immediately you enter the compound, the first block, but the next one, we call it middle block. That is where you will find the staff who will guide you to your respective class. Master of Human Resource, you come to Bugorobi. That is where you are going to study from. Master of Science in Marketing. Master of Science in Marketing. Go straight to Mubuzi Main at Nakawa. And if you enter through the main gate, walk through the compound up to the last block, which is the main library. If you come by public means and you get off on the upper stage of Nakawa, that is one of the first tall buildings you'll come to in MUBS Main. Master of Marketing, go to MUBS Main at Nakawa and you will ask where the main library is. There you'll find the staff who will guide you into the class. On Thursday, 5:30, we shall be starting this arrangement. Master of Science in Accounting, come to Bugorobi. That is where your classes will be. Master of Accounting and Finance, Bugorobi. Master of Procurement and Supply Chain Management, come to Bugorobi. The first block you meet, but the next one, which I have already called middle block, a staff will guide you to your respective class. Master of Science in Entrepreneurship. Master of Science in Entrepreneurship. Go to MUBS Main directly at Nakawa. Don't come to Gorobi. Go to MUBS Main in Nakawa and you will ask the main library and the staff will guide you to your respective room as we will see on the timetable. Master of Science in Banking and Investment. Master of Science in Banking and Investment. Come directly to MUBS Main at Nakawa. And as you enter the main gate, the building that you are facing, that is called the main building or administrative block, go to second floor and the staff will guide you to your respective class. That is Master of Banking and Investment. Go to the main block that you face as you enter the compound and you go to second floor. Master of Science, that is Banking and Investment. Master of Economic Policy Management. Master of Economic Policy Management, come to Bugorobi, walk through towards the lower section of the campus, and the staff will guide you in that room, which is noted against your timetable, but it is in Bugorobi. Master of Hospitality and Tourism Management. Master of Hospitality and Tourism Management, come to MUBS Main Campus directly. As you enter the main campus, the block on your left, not the main building, but the block on your left, that is where Master of Hospitality will be starting from. And you will see the room on your timetable and you will be guided to that respective room. It is at Nakawa, not Bugorobi. Master of Science in Leadership and Governance, please come to Bugorobi and you just ask where the boardroom is. And you'll be guided to the boardroom. That is Master of Leadership and Governance. Master of Energy Economics. Master of Energy Economics. Come to Bugorobi, walk through the compound towards the last building in that setting. Modular MBA. MBA year 1. Those who are joining, who are coming for your first class on Saturday, please come to Bugorobi. That is where your classes are going to be conducted from. Master of Business Administration, you did, those who did the GMAT here, you know the upper block where you sat. That is where your classrooms will be conducted from. Finally, Master of Business, postgraduate diplomas. Postgraduate diplomas, please, in your respective programs, come to Bugorobi. That is where your respective classes are going to be. Master of Business Administration evening. Master of Business Administration evening. You are going to be in 2 respective groups of study. When you report on Thursday, you will be able to identify your respective groups that you are going to study in, group 1 and 2. But when you report, go to NACAWA directly. Master of Business Administration, year 1, your study is at MOBS main campus. Ask for a block called ADB. We shall all start from one room for a general briefing. Then you will be divided into 2 groups, and then you will be shown where group A and group B will be studying from. But MBA 1, do not come to Bugorobi, go to MOBS main and ask for ADB Theater 1. We shall all gather in ADB Theater 1 on Thursday, 5:30 to 6, and then at 6 on the dot, we shall have a briefing and divided into 2 groups, and you'll be given where you are. I wanted to give that detail because I want to recognize that many of you may not be former students of Makerere, and so when you look on the timetable, this detail between NACAWA and Bugorobi could confuse you. Those we are going to process in quotes from Jinja, Arua, and Mbarara, kindly report to those campuses, and you will be guided on how the coordination of classroom lectures will be done. All right, that detail was important, but I will now invite my colleague from the e-learning, my IT team, to come on board and give you a brief about issues related to IT and the e-learning that you are going to encounter as students here at MOBS. Chris, Sentong and team, I don't know who's coming on first, but take over, please.
Yes, good morning, everyone. I'm called Mongin Ronald Eric. I'm in for the e-learning unit. We as e-learning, we do manage MOBSEP. That's the online learning platform that we use here at MOBS. To access it, before that, we have almost like 3 places we do sit. One is on top of ADB, which is our main office. The second one is in the main library. And the third one, when you come at Bugorobi Annex, you'll find us at the computer lab. We are 2 at Bugorobi Annex, seated at computer lab. It's Omongin Ronald Eric and Musa Sentongo. We are 2 working on delivering services for e-learning at Bugorobi Annex. So the learning platform, you can access it using MOBSEP. That's mubsep.mobs.sc.ug. Your login information will be the username, which is the student email or the dummy email given you by the school. That is your student number at mobs.sc.ug. The password, a default password will be password lowercase. That is how you access. So, but when you log into it, you will be directed to a dashboard. So in the dashboard down below it, you will have course categories. If depending on what your study is, you would go to the category and make the choice of your course and reference to your year of study. that is how you access, but my request would be is that before you start studying online, be in position that you could have downloaded your Zoom account. That is what we are going to download the Zoom app so that you could create your Zoom account using the student number, because the links that they are going to share will be authenticating using your student email. If you are signing into Zoom using any account different from the one of MOBS, you will not access the class. In case of any challenge that you meet, you are free to call us or on our lines, or maybe come and meet us at the computer lab. There we can take you step by step on how to activate and join MOBSEP. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ronald. Mr. Sentongo, you have a rejoinder, and then you go to Chris.
Mr. Sentongo right now is off. He couldn't log in too, but in
Okay.
case of anything, I'm available.
All right. Chris,
All right.
can you come in and give us a brief on internet-related issues?
Thank you, Dean. I welcome all the students to this beautiful business school. And I also welcome my colleagues for logging on. I'm Christopher Luinda, and I will be your IT personnel all the time that you'll be here. I will handle the support of ICTs at the faculty and off and on the on campus and off campus. You can always get in touch with the IT team. We shall be in handle to assist you. Now, I'll talk briefly about student mails. All of you, the moment you are enrolled to MOBS, you became students, and we created email addresses for each and every one of you. So you have what we call the student's email address. Okay. Now, when you're here, all the time you're here at MOBS, we use such communication. All communications will go through the student's email. Like my colleague has also hinted on the MOBSEP, you will have to use these emails because all these systems are connected to one another. So you need to know the passwords, your logins for all the different portals. Like also my colleague, the database admin, will tell you about the same. So for the students' email, we are powered by Google, okay? So our students' email addresses are Google or their Gmail accounts. So to access, you go to gmail.com and you add an account, because we assume that most of you have Gmail accounts, personal ones. So you go to add account, okay? Or add another account, and it will ask for a username. So your username is your student's number, okay, at mobs.ac.ug. Okay, I'll repeat it. When you go to gmail.com and add another account, your username is your student's number at mobs.ac.ug. Okay, and then it will ask for a password. Okay, the password by default, we give you the word password. Okay, so it said, I don't know whether you're able to see my screen. The username is student number at mobs.ac.ug. Okay. And we said the password, this is a default password. Small letters, it is case sensitive. So you use the word password. And after putting this, okay, it will take you to a page to change password to your preferred password, okay? For consistency, we advise that you always use the same password, okay? For consistency, we advise that you use the same password for the e-learning portal, for the students portal, the accounts people and database admin will tell you what the students portal is. Then for student mail, because you will see that you have to keep very many passwords. So if you're consistent, have one, but of course we always advise that you make it a little complex so that people do not access your details. So we always advise something that is alphanumeric, okay? Something that is alphanumeric. It can be an example of maybe admin at 1, 2, 3. You can see it has a capital letter, it has small letters, it has figures and letters and symbols, okay? So something like that you will not forget. That is complex enough. So that's the bit about the student's email address. You should learn to distinguish which service you need, okay? You need to know that this is the email, this is the MOOCs portal, this is the e-learning portal, okay? Now, in case you get any issues, I trust that right now, most of these accounts, you're able to log into them, and most of the communications from Student Guild, from the school registrar, from the administrators and the lecturers will use these emails, okay? And maybe something about them for each of the classes or the programs. For example, HR, accounting and finance, MBA, then economic policy. We create group mails. We don't advise you to create individual or personal class mails. We always give you, through the course leader, we shall communicate the group email address. That is the official email address. The lecturer sends an email to it, and then all of you in that group or in that class, you're able to get that communication, okay? Then the other issue is the connectivity. While you are on campus and off campus, you should be able to access internet. And if you come to MOOCs Annex Bugolobi, there are a number of wireless connections around campus. And to access, of course, you should be a student. You can always engage us, and we give you the logins. We connect your devices to those wireless radios around. And then off campus, we have what we call the EduRoam, okay? We have what we call EduRoam. I'm sure some of you, where you've been, even if you're out of Uganda or in Gulu or Lira, you've been seeing something like EduRoam when turn on your Wi-Fi, okay? The beauty here is that, the good news is that while at campus and off campus, as long as we're able to see EduRoam in the vicinity, you should be able to connect and access the MOOCs internet, okay? Currently, there are many EduRoam hotspots that have been connected around Total fuel stations around the country, around most of the universities, most of the big hotels, and hostels, even outside the country. But how to access? You should be a student, okay? you should be a MOOCs student to access this service. How to access? Those of you that have Android phones, you can always go to Play Store and search for Get Eduroam. It is one word. It is one word. I want to be sure that the screen is shared. So you get Eduroam. This is one word. This in your Play Store. And after downloading it, of course, you should be able to see Eduroam around, or you should be you should be connected to the internet of maybe your internet service provider and download Eduroam. You just put this Get Eduroam, and after downloading it, you open it. It will ask for a username. Okay, your username. Now here, the username is going to be your student's email address. You remember what I've just talked about previously, that you have to activate those student emails by using your student number at MOOCs. Maybe this wasn't clear. For example, 2500721234. Let's assume that is my student number at moocs.ac.ug. Okay. Here, it doesn't matter whether it is small letters or capital letters. And then the password, we said it is the word password. Now, when you get to Eduroam, the username will be your student email address. And then the password will be the password you created for your student email. Okay? Your student email password that you created. Okay, so that is how you're going to access internet on and off campus. Then the other issues will come in, but anything to do with ICTs at the campus and maybe support and assistance, you can always get in touch with us, the IT team. Alternatively, I work best on mail. I always access my mail every second. So that is my email address. And you can always get in touch in case of any issues. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Dean, I think I can stop there for now.
All right. Thank you very much, Chris. That has been good. And I will encourage you that given that some are accessing this orientation on gadgets that could not possibly provide wider screen, I will request that when the classes start, in the early days, you walk around the classrooms and give a brief demonstration of these IT-related logins so that they're able to get it right. The same with the Ronald. Today is a general briefing, but when we start, kindly walk into the various classes, ask the lecturers concerned to give you a few minutes, and you demonstrate how they will be logging in. Dear students, you may have noted in the timetable that after 2 weeks of physical, we shall go online. And so that juggling between virtual and physical requires a lot of preparation, and my IT team will be handy to support you in that arrangement so that you don't lose time in terms of classes. I will now invite my colleague in charge of issues related to registration so that you know where you register, what do you register, and what goes with the registration. Betty? IT, you may enable Betty to possibly to unmute.
Good evening, everyone on call. I will add my voice to the previous speakers. I welcome all of you for choosing Makerere University Business School to pursue your master's. Well, my name is Betty Amego. I'm an assistant database administrator. I handle enrollment, online registration, generation of examination permits, and then student IDs. Well, allow me share with you so that you can see what I'm talking about. Yes, I hope you're all able to see my screen. This is the URL for student portal. Now we have student portal, and then we have MOBSEP. Student portal is the one where you'll be doing your enrollment, your payments, your online registration, and then also your examination permits. And then the photos we captured during your online registration for the first time this current semester, those are the same photos which you will be using to print out your IDs. So when you go to your search bar, you will type in myportal.mobs.sc.ug. This that I've highlighted, it's myportal.mobs.sc.ug. You might have realized and noticed that your provisional admission letters might have the access link to the MAC portal. But when you're MOB students, you only use this portal for payment. Please don't log on to the MAC portal and generate PRNs. When you do that, the money will go to Makerere, and it's a process for that money to be sent back. Yes. So when you want to enroll, pay, register, please use myportal.mobs.sc.ug. This is how the portal looks like. Yes, the first time you access it, this is the user interface. Since you're accessing it for the first time, you will type in your student number here and also student number as password. So I have someone's student number here. I'll go ahead and type it in, 2500722304. So I go ahead and use this as password, then I can reset. So now when you come to this point, you type in your rightful student number. It's not going to accept because as a MOB student, the MOB system assigns you another student number, which is unique. But we only do this for the first time you're resetting your password. It doesn't mean your admission details will change. No, this is only the first time you're accessing the student portal. You come to where this 7 is, 2500, you come to this 7, and then change it to 9. You request for token. So as you see, the reset token has been sent to this student's email. So he'll go ahead and check for the code, come and type it in here, and then he resets his password, new password, confirm new password. Yes, and once you do that, you'll now be able to log in with your right student number, which has 7. Okay. We just make another here. So once you've reset your password, you'll now be able to log in with your rightful student number and the new password that you've created. So that's briefly about accessing the student portal for the first time. Now, all the other programs except MBAs have already been loaded in this portal. As for MBA, we are still in the process of loading it, but by Friday, everyone will be in the system and everyone will be able to access, reset their password and enroll. So unfortunately, I don't have a contact. I don't have access to the student's inbox because that is his email account. But once you log in, system prompts you to enroll. Now for this semester, you enroll as a fresher. Enroll as year one, fresher with no retakes. You click on enroll now, and then the system sends you an invoice. You'll be able to see an invoice on your portal. Then you can go ahead and generate the PRN, you pay, and then you register online. But registration is only active when it has been open. And normally it's open like about 1 month to exams. So for now, all you can do is reset your accounts, enroll, and then make payments. That is concerning the student portal. Now, after the online registration, the system generates for an examination permit. Yes, and that examination permit should be able to indicate all the courses you're doing for the current semester. And then for ID, just like earlier on I mentioned, during the process of online registration, for this semester, we are going to do manual registration where you come to the office, submitting your academic documents, and then online registration, which you'll do on your side. So online is done every semester. That means for master's program, it's done 4 times. But the manual registration for MOOCs is done once, just this current semester. Well, I think that's all. Maybe what I can add on, yes, what I can add on those who are going to do change of program, name correction. After you get your updated admission letter, you will then bring it to me here in office, and then I update your details in this portal such that it reads your right program and your right name in their order. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Betty. Dear students, you can hear you could see and hear some technical bits that will require you. When you come to class, possibly we shall also give you more information because as Betty has put it, this is the initial stage that all of you require in order to get into the e-system of the school, especially as it concerns payments. So it's important that we look at it from that angle and we take a bit more interest on, as she has said, she will be here through these days, the early days of your starting, so that it provides you support to be able to create your accounts. And it's upon the creation of those accounts that all the other procedures will be enabled. So thank you, Betty, and we look forward to further support to the students. When you create an account, the key issue is about payment. So I want to invite our colleagues from the bursar's office to give you a brief about payments, school fees structure, and the related matters.
Maybe, Prof, a minute.
Yes, David. David, come in here.
Yes. This is Jeresewa David, Assistant ICT Officer. I also sit with Chris in the lab to assist you in the IT-related issues. These portals, there are 2 cases. For those who want to change program, you log into the myportal.mac.sc.ug. But for other things, you log into myportal.moobs.sc.ug. For those who want to change program, when you log into myportal.mac.sc.ug, use your student number. The password is your student number. You go to services, change programs. A PRN will be generated. You can pay using the bank or mobile money. Then after that, you go back to payment, you go to payment status. You can paste that payment number, that PRN. You try to search for it to be captured faster. When it is captured, that's all you need to do for the change of program. You pay 6,000 for when you generate the PRN, the money will be there. You pay 6,000 for the change of programs. Don't confuse these two portals. For all MOOCs related issues, use myportal.moocs.sc.ug. Don't pay your tuition to Makerere. Change of program only, that's what you will use for Mac portal. I think I'm clear about that. Thank you, Prof.
All right, thank you, David. I do recognize that there's some master's students who were out of school in the 70s, but now they have returned to upgrade, and the issues of PRN might sound technically out of space. PRN is that short number that the system generates for you to be able to pay. These are now the new systems that all universities have adopted. And those of you who have students even in the secondary school, now this is the common practice. So that short number is important for you to be able to generate your payment. Chris, there is something you are demonstrating. I can see the screen. Before we get to the BASA. Chris or David, someone is sharing the screen. Could you brief us
Yes,
what the
it is
screen is
BASA
about?
coming.
Okay. Okay. From BASA's office, please give us a brief. And you tell us what PRN is.
Thank you, Dean. Good evening, our dear students, and good evening, my colleagues. My name is Amina Nansu Uganda. I'll take you through the financial aspects. Briefly, BASA's office, we shall be handling your financial issues, including guiding you on how to pay. As BASA's office, we have branches at the centers, that is the Arua campus, Jinja, Mbarara, and Mbale. Unfortunately, in Mbale, we don't have master's students. So the other branches, we shall be handling your issues. We are available to support you on your financial matters online and physically when you come to office. Please utilize the office so that you don't make mistakes. We shall also guide you in preparing your financial structures. The fee structure is already attached on your emails. Hope everyone has received. Those who have not received, please, you can email office and we shall send them to you. Also, we shall guide you on how to pay. As you are aware right now, we use PRNs to pay. We don't hold cash. So no one should be convinced that you'll deposit any cash with us. Please, you'll generate the PRNs on your system. If you can't do that, we shall be able to help you through emails or you come to office. We shall also be updating and reconciling your student records as regards to finances and to teach you on how to transact using your systems. On payments, we use ACMIS. This is the Academic Management Information System. This is the payment system that we use as MOBS and as Makere. This is the payment system and the money goes through Uganda Revenue Authority. So all students who are activated on the system shall be able to use this to pay. Our fees is paid in two categories. There's functional fees and there's tuition. So tuition is paid every semester. There are those that pay in semester basis and there are those that pay in modules. So those are the modular students or weekend students. Functional fees are paid every academic year. That is every beginning semester, you pay functional fees. Any other item that is paid is National Council, and this money goes to the National Council account. We shall also be guiding you on how to pay National Council because every student is supposed to pay National Council. Another issue will be on the modes of payment. There is direct cash deposits in a bank, but that's still using the PRN. Please don't pay your money when you don't have a PRN. You can also use the check, bank drafts, that's all through URA. You can use EFTs. You can visit office and we take you through because we have the account numbers and we shall still share this on your emails. For those who want to use EFTs, those whom they are paying for from abroad, all these systems are now available online. Also, I would like to emphasize that all students must pay the 60%. Most of you have been calling to find out the 60%. 60% is on tuition. So make sure you pay the 60% on tuition and then you pay all the functional fees, depending on your course that you're taking. And the fees must be paid by the 6th week because you'll start registration for the semester to prepare you for exams. So you must pay these fees before you end the semester. Also, there are issues of students who are not able to complete all the fees. We encourage you to speak to the deans. But by the end of the semester, you must pay all the fees because we use exam cards to sit for the exam. So the exam card is also generated online and you can't generate it without completing all the fees. So please, we encourage you to pay these fees in installments if you can't pay all the fees at once, so that you avoid that late payment or inconvenience at the last minute when you have to read for your exams. And as I've said, by exam time, all fees must have been settled to 0. Unless otherwise, if there are any challenges on the way, then you come and speak to the deans. Briefly, also to add on, my friend Betty has talked about how you log on to the system. And I'll not go through that, how to activate your account, but I'll briefly take you through on how to pay, how to generate the PRNs. And please, those who can't, either you'll call us and we guide you, or you email us. Don't pay your money to Makere. Don't use Makere logins when you're paying fees. I'll briefly demonstrate on one student on how to pay. I'll use an account that is already in use for an old student to demonstrate this, because some of you have been uploaded on the system, but some have not yet, because they are doing this in phases. You're many, and all of you have to be uploaded on the system. Let me check out on one of the students and I demonstrate for you.
Amina, we have lost you a bit.
Yes, Prof, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
I'm checking for a student to demonstrate. Sorry for that. Most of these students okay, this has opened. So be sure of the link. First of all, the link is very important. When you log in, you use that link. It's myportal.moops.ac.ug. Don't use Mac. It is MOOPS. So this is how it will display, and you'll see the face of MOOPS. The logo is there, and the student is here to see me, Georgina. Then you'll go to generate PRN. Click on that, generate PRN. Then you come here to amount to deposit. You put the amount that you want to deposit. And the beauty with this system, even if you're depositing 500, it will allow whatever you put as the amount will be tagged to the PRN and to your name. So when you walk to the bank or to the agent, it will be able to show that you can partially make a payment, or you make the full payment, or you pay the pending invoices. All that, this system is designed to do that. Then after that, you go to generate PRN. Then your PRN is here captured, payment reference number, and the amount is tagged there. Your name is also tagged on that. Then you walk to the bank, or you can pay using your bank, or you can go to the bank agent and pay. This money will automatically reflect to your student account. So that is what I have for you for now. Please don't hesitate to call. Don't forget we don't receive cash, and you can contact us on these contacts. You can get us on these contacts in case you face challenges. 0700 38 92 72. That is for my colleague Swipe. Then mine is 0789 99 42 82. Thank you for listening in. Back to you, Dean.
Okay, thank you very much, Amina, for that brief about payment. And dear colleagues, my colleague Professor Surait mentioned something about your financial readiness to undertake your respective programs. Please plan early for the finances. The semester runs 17 weeks, 2 weeks at the end of exams. That means from about the 13th week, full payments will be required for you to be able to access your examination permit. We have noticed in the past that many graduate students take it for granted that money will come, you will be able to pay, only to be caught off guard within time. We have encouraged many graduate students previously, please keep paying. The PRN, they're talking about allows you to pay any amount that you have indicated, and then it is generated, so that by end of the semester you are all cleared. Avoid last minute. It is a bit painful for me to stop students from entering examination rooms because they have not paid. And even in some cases, you see someone carrying cash early in the morning. The exam is at 9 and someone is crying, here is the cash, this is genuine money, I'm going to pay after the exam, or please receive cash. And Amina was clear that they don't receive cash. Please do your planning early enough. We are going to immediately start. We shall generate for you the almanac, indicating to you the examination time, so that you know how the semester is going to run, the activities of the semester up to the closing of the semester around December 15th, to avoid being caught off guard in financial matters. And for your information, whereas Amina and the team give you the PRN, they receive your payment receipts and whatever, any issues related to finance, go directly to the accounting officer, who is the principal. So if you are unable to pay or your money will come late, unfortunately, that is not within my powers as dean. You have to look for the principal, and given the busy office that is, you know what that means. Please plan early enough on matters of finance. All right, we have 2 offices remaining. We have the school librarian to give you a brief, and then we shall give you a brief from the faculty registrar. And those will be winding up the administrative matters. We expected our colleague from security, but possibly will come on board tomorrow to give you a brief about security matters. May I invite now my colleagues, the team from the library, to give a brief.
Thank you, Prof. Good evening, members on the call. Thanks for choosing the best institution, Makerere University Business School. I'm Luke Omoit, librarian, FGSR. I'm going to take you through library services. Using the 3 W's and 1 H. The first W stands for where. The second W is when. The third W, what. And H stands for how many or how you can access the services. Let me start with the where. Where do we locate the libraries? We have the main library at Makerere University Business School. We have the faculty library at FDSR. We have the regional campus libraries, that's Mbale, Jinja, Mbarara, and Arua. And all those libraries are basically for academic and research. Our libraries are fully stocked with books, magazines, newsletters, plus other e-resources. A quick one, let me go straight to number 2. When does the library operate? We mean here the numbers, the days when the library is open. Our libraries are always open from Monday to Friday. Those are the normal working days. Then at what time does it open and close? The library is always open by 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Those are the normal working days. Then during weekends, we operate from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. That's the closure time. I'll go to the third W. What is required to become a library member, or how can you register? In my docket, in order to be registered, you'll have to carry the following. 1, provision admission letter, an ID or national ID. The third one is the receipts of payment, which includes the function fee plus the tuition fee having cleared 60% of your tuition. The fourth one, which you may require to be registered as a member, you have to carry a passport photograph, 1 passport photograph, which will have to be uploaded in the system as a patron to identify your membership, and also for ease access of some of our services. I mentioned about the H. H on my framework tool. How many books you are entitled to borrow, and what period for checkout. You are eligible to borrow 2 books for a period of 2 weeks. In order to access our services, we have an information desk, which we call Ask the Librarian. This information desk helps you to guide you on your needs, to cater for all your academic needs. Within that area, we have technical personnel with professions in library information science, to help you in all your academic excellence. With that, Prof, I would like to wish our student the best academic performance excellence. I submit.
Okay, thank you, Luke. On that aspect about the library, dear students, you know that the library services are very critical component of your study. We shall do what it takes. And where you have materials that you require and they are online, we have that section that will assist you. And whether we don't have the materials, give us feedback and we can see how to do it. So, how to stock the same. And as already mentioned, those of you who have access to services that can support us in terms of stocking the library, that is also much welcome. Dear students, you note that the chat is technically disabled because it was becoming a disruptive space in terms of what people were chatting. If you follow what was coming up there, some people were using it to catch up, to ask where you are, and to focus more on creating groups than what was being said. You can use the Q&A chat. That one is open, and we are trying to answer all the questions in the QA there, and you'll be able to get the answers. As I said, the questions and answers will come tomorrow, and we shall be able to close off our orientation. All right. The last presentation is from the faculty registrar, who handles issues of policy, issues of results. And I wanted to confirm if she's online. I know she has traveled. Harriet. Harriet is not online. Okay. I will give a brief walk through issues from the registrar. Please pay some kind of attention to what is done here. The faculty registrar is the custodian of policies, of procedures, issues to do with results, and issues to do with your study. Please note, let me first make a rejoinder. I've just recalled. My colleagues were emphasizing, please don't pay to Makerere, don't pay to Makerere. And I wanted to answer quickly why that emphasis. You know, MOBS is financially and administratively autonomous. We mentioned this yesterday, and tomorrow the school secretary will give you the legal statements related to that. Now, Makerere University students, whom you are, pay tuition, you pay all the other costs as my colleagues have mentioned. So when you pay your fees to Makerere, it goes to Makerere University Council. That is the account of Makerere University main campus. Now, for that accounting transaction to be corrected to MOBS, which is financial autonomous, in order to reflect your payment, takes a bit of technical procedures. And we have had students who sit back and say, me, I paid my tuition, only to reach examination time, they are unable to generate the examination permit. And then they will come here arguing, I paid money to Makerere, but you know, I cannot access my portal. When my team goes through, they only realize that he or she actually paid to Makerere University Council. And so to have that reversal transaction, which is done through URA, becomes a bit difficult. As you know, all payments to university goes to URA. And so that transaction has to be cleared through URA system to indicate that it was a payment not wrong to a wrong account, but wrongly, the same institution, but different accounts. So please note that even if you're at family level, if you have two different accounts and you pay to a wrong one, making that transaction is a process. So that is why my colleagues are guiding you that please pay to the MOBS account to avoid that kind of hassle. All right, I go back to the faculty registrar's duty. The faculty handles various aspects. We do handle all student inquiries and queries. So if you have any academic matter that is disturbing you, you are in class, lecturers have not come, you have not understood how the lecturers are presenting, or the lecturers are not doing what you expect, please don't go to complain from downtown. Come to the faculty registrar. Her team will be able to give you the respective answers. Counseling and guidance. Many of you will require, as we start, you will require some guidance on the courses you are going to offer. Even you are going to require some guidance on the choice of program that you have mentioned. My colleagues already mentioned about change of program. You may ask, why would this be there? Some of you who applied for MS accounting and you know that is what you are coming for. So when you hear us emphasizing change of program, it actually happens. A student comes and in 1 week of being in entrepreneurship, realizes that actually that's not the course he or she wanted and would wish to change. So do not merely change, come to the faculty registrar, come to the deans. We shall guide you in your career, in your background, professionalism, and then we shall tell you this is the best course for you. I have had inquiries already, and I will give one example. A student amongst you, I don't know if she's online, did a diploma in accounting, a bachelor of business administration, and specialized in accounting, and then has come for a master's. And so she was wondering whether a Master of Science in Accounting is the right degree. She also has a CCA, and she's a CPA, chartered and certified. So she was wondering, she has applied for finance and accounting. My guidance was the best to do is MBA, so that you go into in managerial aspect than being a technical accountant, which already you have the qualifications. So those things are occur, and please come and the faculty registrar will guide you. Each one of you has a document that you must access. Some of these are online on the Makerere portal, and that is the graduate handbook. Tomorrow you will have a brief about it, but that will be just introductory. Please, you go to Mark website and be able to access the e-copy of the graduate handbook. It provides all the details. I'm sure my team here will get some hard copies that are usually issued to our new students. Please interest yourself into the graduate handbook. As we know and hear, ignorance of the law does not save you. There are many details that you can be caught off guard. The faculty registrar will not tell you everything, but when you're on the wrong side of the study, then that's when you will be told that we are invoking section 12, subsection 10 of the graduate handbook. And if you say I have never heard about it, then it's unfortunate. The faculty registrar handles all issues related to results. And I want to assure you, dear friends, if you can count one good thing about MOBS, is the integrity of our examination process. If you can count only one, it will be integrity of our examination process. We take cognizance that quality of examination, handling of results, handling of exams in general is key in building our brand. So please, issues to do with examination, issues to do with sitting, issues to do with, all the quality aspects are very, very critical. And tomorrow, the Director of Quality Assurance will give you a detail on that. The faculty registrar issues testimonials. You have already heard about identicals, admission letters. Up to the time you get your transcript. So I want to encourage you, dear students, at the end of every semester, come to the faculty registrar to get your testimonial. which is a testament that this is your current results as at the end of that semester. Don't wait to study all the 2 or 3, 4 semesters, then you come only to be told that you did not do a certain paper in year 1 or you have a retake. So the faculty registrar issues those testimonials together with our IT team, as you have heard Betty talking and the rest. And this is very critical for you to follow suit every semester to know how you are moving. The faculty registrar has some rules and regulations, and I want to give a quick walkthrough key ones, just the key ones so that you take cognizance of them. The pass mark at graduate level is 60%. You have come from a level where it was possibly 40 or 50. Graduate level is 60%. In graduate courses, you do the main exam plus course assessment. There will be 1 or 2 or 3 course assessments given to you in every course, in addition to the final exam. The final exam accounts for 60%, and the course assessment accounts for 40%. And Makerere has opened it up that in some cases, assessment will be up to 60% and then examination 40%. And this is open to the different facilitators. When you score below 60, you retake the course when next offered. If it is in semester 1, year 1, and you are unfortunate score below 60, you offer it when next offered for you to get your grade. That's important if you have below 60. And in your final transcript, there will be a mark indicating that that course was retaken. It was a retake in your final transcript. When you miss a course, you miss an examination, without justified reasons, this can also be reflected in your testimonial. So please, if you have any reason, medical, family, work related, and you are going to miss an exam, you are expected to write to the dean, and the faculty registrar will take a note of you having missed a course. That is very important for you. When you miss a 75% classwork, you are not allowed to do an examination. You are required to attend up to 75%, below which you will not be allowed to sit for the final examination. When you are taking a course, you don't merely walk in. You are required to undergo 15 mandatory hours. When you have failed a course, you don't merely come the following semester or year and say, I am now ready. The facilitators are required by regulation to work with you for 15 mandatory hours for you to be prepared to do a course that unfortunately you couldn't pass at that particular time. When you look at the timetable, you are going to identify some particular codes there, and the faculty registrar will take you through them later. But those of you who have been in universities, you know what are called credit units, you know what are called contact hours, and you know what is called the graduation load. The contact hours can be the physical interaction with the lecturer. They also combine with the direct hours together with the practicals or field work or tutorials to make the credit units. The credit unit is the weight of the course. So when you see 4, 3, 2 on your timetable, it is giving you the weight of the course. When you do not pass all the required courses and you get a retake and you accumulate more than 5 retakes, you will be required to stay put. You will not be allowed to proceed to another semester because you have accumulated a heavy load that may be dangerous for you to proceed to the next semester of study. And when you have retaken a course, the better course that you have gotten is when you have taken a course, not retaken, taken any course, there is the computation of the cumulative grade average, the popular CGPA. So we calculate CGPA at as well at the master's level. So that is important, that here you do not study far, so to say, but the course units are passed with the score, and that score is mentioned. And that is very, very important. But kindly note that the master's degree is not graded. You do not grade that you have a first class master's, second class, third class, or fourth grade. No. Makerere University graduate degrees are not graded. However, the courses are graded. And yesterday we gave that distinction between a program and a course. The program, the degree, the final degree, as my colleague mentioned, I think Prof. Sulaid, you come to study a master of human resource, a master of international business, not masters. You study a master of that. Now, that master is not graded. But the course within the subjects, which are the courses you are going to study, are graded. That is why you are getting below 60 and it is a fail. You get between 60 and 65, it's a different grade. 65 onwards is a different grade. 70 onwards like that are different grades. The faculty register also notes that when you fail a course, you have to pay for it, and that is calculated by the bursar's office. So you come and they will calculate for you when you have courses to retake what that is in terms of your registration fees. So when you fail a course, you don't merely come and sit for it, you are required to pay for it. And as Betty mentioned, again, you have to generate an examination permit that indicates the courses that you are going to undertake. When you have an emergency and it is examination time, please let us know so that it is coded properly. If you have an absence from an examination, it can be coded as absent from an exam. That absence from the exam without notice can be calculated as part of a CGPA in that course which you have not done, and that can bring down your cumulative aggregate. So, but when you give a notice, then it is coded as absent, and therefore that course is not included in the calculation of your final cumulative grade. That is important for you. This is an institution. Don't merely walk in and out. These policies are there. I'm picking the key policies that reside here directly with the faculty registrar, but you will be able to access the detail as you go on. Any matter in academic grading, examination, mention it, can be appealed against. We have the academic board as the highest organ that handles academic matters. So if you are not satisfied with the exam results or the way things are, you can write to the dean, and that process will go on to the academic board. Issues like remarking, if you feel that I did that exam very well, but I have 70 when I should have gotten 78, you thought you had passed, you can appeal, you can ask for a remark, though you are required to pay for it, but you have to go through a process of guidance before you even pay, because it is not automatic that money will give you a grade or a remark. That is very, very important. The lecturers, the facilitators of the course, let me use the word lecturer very cautiously. As you heard yesterday, lecturer is a title, is a rank. in academic matters. So in some cases, we have people who come to teach you, they're professors, but still we say, my lecturer is Professor this. In terms of nomenclature, it's wrong, but we use the word lecturer here in ordinary wording. But the facilitators, because some of your facilitators will be lecturers, others will be professors, others associate professors. But the facilitators of the course, your respective course, are subject, they are in the discipline, they are in the domain of the discipline. Please, we appeal to you that if you feel you don't know much or you know over in that certain discipline, handle all those matters with the respective facilitator of the program. If you are a marketing officer and we are now taking you to a marketing class and starting to teach you what are the 4 P's, and you feel I should be excused from this course, administratively, we don't say no, we have excused you from the course. You are supposed to do it. But deal with the facilitator. We facilitators at graduate level are learning facilitators on the voyage of knowledge. We might be knowledgeable as professors, as senior lecturers, as senior academics, but we are learning facilitators. Some of you are practitioners in the things that you have come asked to teach you. So do not stand behind and start saying, no, that is wrong. I don't think you have said it right. That's not how I do it in organization. No, we shall provide student-based learning in a very quite simple manner that we have students to share your practitioner experiences to augment the theoretical frameworks, the models that we shall be presenting to you in class. And that is very, very important. Don't miss an exam because you thought that exam you know everything. That would be very difficult. If you withdraw, you have already been told the process of withdrawal. The faculty registrar will take a note of your withdrawal dates, and when you are reporting back, you start from where you ended. You don't study by remote when you have indicated that you withdrew. We wish also to brief you on something called the considered pass. If you have done a course 1, 2, 3 times, and unfortunately you have not scored 60 in the 3 trials, but in one of the 3 you have gotten 55 and above, and you have passed all the other courses, but it is only that course that is in the thorn of your back, is a thorn in your back, then you can apply for a considered pass. It will, if successful, that course will be counted as 60 and you will have passed. And then you proceed to finalize your research and graduate. That is a considered pass. Let me also mention that when you fail research, yesterday my colleagues a lot emphasized about research. Now, research is part and parcel of the requirements for the award of the master's degree. Part and parcel of the requirements. That means you cannot get a master's here at MUMS without passing research. And Makerere as a whole in behavioral sciences. It might be different in clinical disciplines. Now, for you to graduate, yesterday I told you, you will do the final exam, which is called the Vivavoce, which is an oral exam to defend your research project. Now, but if you have passed all the courses, but you feel, research is giving you headache, you are not able to write, you are unable to write a book, you are not able to develop a research issue and write something sensible and it's not moving well. You may decide at that point that since I have passed all the other courses, but research is now bothering me, you apply for what we call a terminal diploma. Now, a terminal diploma is not an academic qualification. It is just to indicate that you came, you studied, you attempted a master's degree, but unfortunately you couldn't complete the requirements, and then you do not walk away empty-handed, and you are given a terminal diploma. and you don't appear for graduation and to be announced that you are being awarded a terminal diploma. By its name, you can guess what weight it carries in your academic and professional life. All the courses that are offered at MOBS have codes. They have codes. So please take a note of the subject, the course codes. Very, very important. And one thing which on these codes, there's one thing which Kathy did not mention. It crosses my mind as I talk about the course codes, is about your names. Your names should always appear in the order in which you applied. Those of you who have had names changed, either because of marital or professional issues, you require legal procedures for your names to be changed in our system. So please maintain the names by which you were applied. The same with the subjects, the courses. Please maintain the codes by which you have studied the course when you are writing on your examinations or when you are doing anything. Those codes are very, very important. When your results are released, take note of the last column. The last column will have two codes, NP or PP. NP is the normal progress, and PP is probationary progress. So those two codes will give you the feel of where you belong. And when there is a code of PP, which is probationary progress, it will show you the courses in which you have a retake. And the longer that bracket there, the more courses you have. So please take note, NP and PP when the faculty registrar releases your results. How are results released? Very briefly. And when do you get them? It is our desire always that when examinations are done, November to December, the marking is done in January, February, and within the next 2 months, around February, that is from the exam time, results are processed by the lecturers. They go through the quality assurance. They are released through the faculties, and then we release them to you online, or we pin up on the notes boards. But we also use online to release your results. When you do exams in April and May, we make a desire that the results are released in July. Or June is marking, then July, the faculties release the results. And so please, when the results are released, check and take note of your scores. And then, as I have already advised, come to the faculty registrar and get a testimonial and put it on file every semester for you to be sure of what you have in record. To avoid coming to towards graduation, only to have a shock of your time that your results are not complete. We have had those cases and we wouldn't wish to get back to them. If you have any matter that does not follow in these procedures that I've mentioned and the regulations that you are going to read yourself in detail, please do not run to the courts of law. The courts of law will not give you marks. The courts of law will not order for you to be given a separate exam. The courts of law will not allow the school to move your mark from 56 to 60 for you to pass. Come and we handle this through internal procedures. That is very, very important. Why I'm emphasizing this? We have had students who have sent here lawyers. My client is injured, disturbed, is even threatening to have a miscarriage. The whole clan is disturbed, the future. Those words of a lawyer will not give you an extra mark. So let's understand the procedures, the policies, and the rules of Makerere University, of MOBS internally here, and then all your academic life will definitely be smooth. It is our commitment. That's why yesterday and today we're emphasizing completion in time. We don't want to hear people joining MOOCs and they never get their masters. 2 years is calculated for you to proceed. But if you are unable to proceed, do not die trying to make sure you finish in 2 years. We have had expecting mothers saying, can I come and be in exam? I'm only, the doctor said I will deliver at 5, but at midday I will finish the exam. We say health first. You still have more years as you have been told. Your program is not strictly 2 years. They allow you more years of withdrawal because of medical, family, work-related issues. But would wish where normalcy prevails to do our part and your part to complete in time. That is the brief of what the faculty registrar does. There is a lot more which we will learn once you have joined us and we have started the engagement through one semester to another. All right.
Excuse me, Chair.
Yes.
I beg to come in.
Please come in. So Godisha has come in and she's demonstrating something on the screen. Please come in, Harriet.
Thank you, Chair. Good evening to you all. Welcome to MOOCs, the place to be. My name is Harriet Grace Balamaga. I'm the faculty registrar, like the chair has told you. As you've come to MOOCs, me as a person who handles results, in brief, I would like to encourage all of you to read hard, because I know at the end of the day, you want to leave MOOCs with your degree. Those who go through challenges can come to us always for guidance and counseling. And the issue to do with results, if you don't read hard, everything will be shown with your performance. So as I'm taking you through right now, like you can see on the screen, I have a classical example of 2 students. So you as students start gauging yourselves. I'm sorry, there's somebody talking in the background. I'm getting an interference. Okay, thank you. We have 2 students here. We have Emanzi Kennedy and Nalle Belinda. These 2 students, we assume they have joined like you. And like we all know now, and we've noted, the pass mark is 60%. Now, one of the students at the back of their mind, that is Belinda, she thinks, well, I should just get a marginal pass. So in the first semester, like you're all going to join semester 1, she decides to say, well, as long as I get a 60%, it's all right. So we see her here. We are seeing how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 post units. You see the scores. We have a range of 60s all through. And then at the end of the day, she gets a grade point average of 3.09. But you can see there are some highlights. We have in HRM, we have a 62 that is highlighted. And GM, it's also 62, also highlighted. What does that mean? It means this student in semester 1 played around and got a retake. So when the student got a retake and had to read that paper and pass it, eventually they got the 62 and the 62. So that's why you see it highlighted. And please note that it will also be reflected on their transcript at the end of the day. So when we look at the second students, it can see the scores 83, 80, 82, 91. Up to the end, you see the student performs so well with a GPA of 5. That is our semester 1. So all of you start checking yourselves, supposing it were you. So come to semester 2. There is the saying, the higher you go, the cooler it becomes, things get tougher. So as things get tougher, our friend Kennedy, you see now we've dropped from our 5 to 4.27, meaning our high scores of the 80s, now they have dropped. We have the 75, the 68. You see the range going down. So the performance drops, meaning the CGPA, that is a cumulative grade point average, now reduces. Because somewhere, somehow, probably the student got issues, either work-related or family-related, or they relapsed just. So the performance improves. Then our dear friend, Belinda, we can see a bit of an improvement. You can see an improvement whereby you see now away from the 60s, we get to the 70s, we also get an 80, a 92. Then we see our CGPA now rising from 3.09 to 3.91, which is probably the student decided now to focus more. Okay. Now come to year 2, semester 1. Like we have majority of you MBA students, okay? Year 2, semester 1. Our friend Kennedy, he ups the game a bit. We see the 80, the 85, 71. Then we see now the CGPA increasing slightly to 4.38. So meaning probably now he has discovered, man, things are not good. I have to move upwards. Then we see Belinda continues performing better. And we see now the CGPA moving from our 3.91 to 4.05. So when we come to the last semester, remember, for example, MBA students, you have 4 semesters. So in the last semester, you see things are just balanced for all of them. So our dear Belinda, who had a 3.09 at the beginning, in year 1, semester 1, now comes up with a 4.11. So things are better, and we can tell that now the CGPA is second class upper, okay? Yet our friend who started with a 5.00, now the CGPA is 4.39. So why am I doing this illustration? It is to show you that as students, as you're moving along the way, 1, you might get challenges. 2, you might decide to focus all through. It will affect your performance. So at the end of the day, you have to decide, what do I want for myself? Fine, they will tell you that master's is not graded, but you look at it in this sense. If your target is to be probably employed in another place and a better place, your to-be employer would look at your performance and gauge whether this person I want to employ is good enough to employ, or they are not that good. We have scenarios of those retakes. You see, when you do a paper more than once, it shows that probably you're not good enough. So if I'm an employer and I'm looking at performance of a student who doesn't have any retake, and this one who has, say, 5 retakes, then I would say, I think the other one who doesn't have any retake is better than the other one. So the other one gets a better opportunity. So that is just a reminder for all of you. Performance is key. Please put in your time, put in your efforts. I know it's not easy on a master's, especially if you're a working class person or if you're a parent. There are so many things that come into play, but commitment at the end of the day is very key. And also taking off time, get into discussions with your friends, make sure you do your coursework. Some of you take things for granted. The coursework, you don't give it too much attention. Remember, coursework has 40%. It contributes 40% to your final mark. Then the final exam has 60%. So the contribution of both will give you the 100%. So if you relax in one area, at the end of the day, it will affect you. Then let me give you just an example. I've had students coming to my desk, Madam, you see, things are not so good for me. Can you please maybe add a mark here and there? My dears, that can't happen. It's not even ethical. So please take off time, give your academics the best it deserves, and at the end of the day, you'll be able to graduate on time. And then you leave MOBS as a happy person, because one of our mandates is to ensure that all of you graduate on time. But as long as you move in the right channels, you follow the right procedures, and then you get there. So that's it from me, but welcome to MOBS. And in case you get any challenges, kindly look for us. Don't look for your friends. We are here as admins to serve you. Like my colleagues have already talked, I think you now know we are here for you. And we wish you the best. Thank you very much. Nice evening. Thank you, Chair.
Okay, thank you, Harriet. Members who have been able to hear from her, interaction with Harriet will continue through your time here, as we'll do for the rest of us who have given you different briefs. Members, it is 8:45, and we had agreed yesterday today's session would be long because of the various people coming in. I have missed briefs from 2-3 who are not online, and so I'm using a few minutes to give question and answer. If you have a voice question that is burning, let's use a few minutes to answer it, or you can type in the chat now, and we shall wind up in the next couple of minutes. All right, if you have a burning question by voice, please raise it. Otherwise, all the other questions will be answered tomorrow, but we have a few minutes to handle burning ones. You can type into the chat or raise your hand and we shall hear from you. I will hear from Ogwang David. Yes, Ogwang David. IT, you can allow him to unmute.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Professor, and all those on calls. My name is Ogwang David Cosmos, calling from Kotido, Karamoja. I just have not all that a question, but all the presentations today were all quite good. Others need our physical appearance at the school. But most importantly, as we're waiting for time to meet at school, I requested that all those who presented could help us with their contacts so that we could also include in our various platform that we have already created for further consultations and also for communication and coordination. That's what I just wanted to say, Professor. Thank you so much. And I thank everybody who has really taken time to listen to this orientation. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Guang. Thank you for being online from that far, and we are happy that you are part of us. My colleagues will share the contacts. I think the Bassas team shared the contact. Mine was shared, and the rest. So we shall give you the contacts. If you check some of the communications we have made, especially MBA, you will see that several numbers were given. Please use those to get in touch with us. I will hear from Richard Muheirwe and then Asimu John. Okay, Richard Muheirwe, you can unmute now.
Oh, yes. Thank you very much, Prof. I would like to inquire about change of program as you guided that it is locked to MBA. Is it possible to change, let's say, from MBA to Master of Science in Accounting and Finance? Is it possible to change from MBA to another Master's? Thank you.
Yes, very quickly. It is possible to change from MBA to another Master's, but the vice versa, the reverse is not possible. All right. Yes. Rosalind?
Thank you, sir, for the meeting. Mine is to inquire on the deadline for payment of the functional fees and the tuition.
Amina, you can answer that quickly. Or Swaibu from Basa's office. Okay, as they come in, we shall hear from Asimu John.
Thank you so much, our dear Dean and other Deans, for taking us through the orientation. My question is that some of us who are joining in for this MBA, we are being affected by the timetables. Some of us work 12 hours because most of the deans who have been giving their presentations were saying, were mainly emphasizing for those who are working for 8 hours, over 9 hours. But now there are some of us who work for 12 hours. And on top of that, we work in shifts. We work day shift and night shift. So in most cases, you find that NALEC for the evening program, it starts, in most cases, it starts at 5:30 and it ends at 9:30 p.m. So first of all, there some of us don't even fall. Then there's also an issue. If I can say that I can join maybe modular, as people who work in shifts, in most cases, our shifts fall on a weekend. So basing on all that being said, we actually, some of us are even already confused, but we need to do this. So that is why I was trying to ask from you if there is any provision in case if there are lectures like on campus, is there a provision that people who are not able to be there physically can continue attending these lectures online? If that provision is there, then we need to actually hear everything right now before we start lectures. Thank you so much.
Prof. Slight, give a rejoinder to that.
Thank you so much, Dean. Now, Asimwe John, you are working for 12 hours. Even if we made it online, you will not have time to study, my friend. Let us be realistic. We come to study to get knowledge. Our provision is have a blended 2 hours in class, 2 hours, 2 weeks in class, physically, 2 weeks online. That's the current provision. So that there is, a service is better when it's consumed from the source. Now, when you say you work for 12 hours from 7 up to even 9:30, our lecturers cannot teach you at midnight because their contract is up to 9:30. For you guys when you have time. Sometimes let us not be overstretched for the case of convenience. Let's go with what the university regulation is. If it is online, 7:30, 5:30, let it be in that kind of staggered manner. Please let us not talk so good when we cannot deliver. Yet we want you to be learned. Remember I said some time back, we need learned graduates, not educated idiots. This thing was where you are taking us, my friend Asimo, we might not promise you too much. For us, our system is now tailored towards 1-2 weeks online. Like now on Thursday, we shall have physical for 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, we go online. And our time of learning is between 5:30 and 9:30. For the modular, Saturday and Sunday. My friend, if you can't fit in that kind of arrangement, we can't promise you too much. Thank you so much.
All right, perfectly put. Jemina.
Yes. Good evening, colleagues, and good evening to our lecturers. I wanted clarity on the MBA modular. I see we have, I saw a reply that we have 4 modules. So we want to know how it works, when each begins and when it ends.
Jemina, that detail will be shared on Saturday when you report. We shall have a special and a long engagement with the modular on Saturday to give you how modules are scheduled, how you pass, how you work, how you feeling, how you pay for a module against a semester, how your tuition is portioned. Those details will be given on Saturday. Kindly report on Saturday when we are commencing, and we shall do the needful. Someone was put in as iPhone. Let's agree that today can unmute iPhone, but when we start formal classes, iPhones will not be given a chance to speak. It will be people by their school names. iPhone, you can speak.
Sorry for that. Good evening, and thanks for the presentation. My name is Hasfana Mutebi. I am kindly seeking clarity on the fees structure of MBA modular. I am seeing it shows semester 1 with the functional fees, then semester 2, again semester 2 and semester 2.
I'm not clear. Could you give a repeat of that?
I am saying on the fee structure that was shared on email of the different courses, the one for MBA modular has got 4 columns. One that shows semester 1 with the tuition fees and the function fees totaling to about 2.4, and then column 2 is showing semester 2 with 1.3. Again, column 3, semester 2, 1.3. Again, semester 2, 1.3. So it has 4 columns.
Okay, Bursar's office will look at that, and we shall clarify briefly tomorrow to everyone, and particularly to MBA Modular on Saturday. Bursar's take note of that, and tomorrow we shall have just a minute to clarify the fees structure. Members, let's take only 3, and we shall close. I will take Nankabira Ruth, I will take Isaac Ndiamhaki, and Geraldine, in that order. Nankabira Ruth.
Thank you so much, Professor, for the wonderful session. My concern is about Masters of Procurement timetable on Thursdays, where we have 2 course units, and one ends at 7:30, which is at the middle block in Bugolobi, and then the next is at main building in Nakawa. So I really don't know, with all the jam at Port Bell Road, how we are going to catch up on the second lecture, running from Bugolobi to Nakawa. Thank you.
Ruth, thanks very much for the sharp eye. We have noted that already, and we are going to streamline. It is not practically possible that you can end a class in Bugolobi and cross to Nakawa. That is going to be put right. Thank you so much, Ruth. I said the other one was Isaac. Let's have Isaac. Isaac, please give your comment, and finally Geraldine. The rest tomorrow. Isaac? IT, please allow Isaac to unmute. Or I go to Geraldine. Geraldine, come in, please.
Thank you, Prof, and thank you to all our facilitators. My name is Geraldine. My question is about admission letters, provision admission letters. So personally, I was recommended for admission, but I've still failed to access my professional admission letter. Each time I go to the portal, they tell me I don't have an admission history. So I'm wondering how I can be helped. Thank you, Prof.
Kathy and Chris, please take note of Geraldine's dilemma. She's unable to access her. Geraldine, give your full details and contact. The IT team will quickly look at that, and they'll get back to you for support.
Prof?
Yes.
Geraldine, kindly send your details, including your program, because we need to check on the portal and we confirm do not fall under all the 3 categories that we mentioned.
Okay. Finally, Isaac, please, now you can unmute. Isaac, you are being allowed to unmute, and then you are muting yourself again. Isaac, you can unmute, please. You are muting yourself. It is your gadget. On your side, on our part, we have allowed you to unmute, but your gadget is continuously muting you. Let's make a final trial. Isaac, your gadget, we have allowed you to unmute, but your gadget keeps muting you. Please type in the chat. Members, let's agree that we close it at that. It is 9 p.m. Tomorrow, Basa's office will give you clarification on the issue of when the functional fees, the full tuition are payable, and we shall chip in that information not only for modular but for everyone. Isaac, tomorrow I will start with you for you to give your comment, but for now, let's make a day. It's 9:03. We have been online since 6 p.m. and I must say thank you for being online. Let's meet tomorrow to hear from the senior school officials and the address from the principal. Have a blessed night. Please inform others that we have 2 links moving, the Zoom link and the YouTube, in order for us to accommodate the number beyond the link, the 500 mark of the Zoom link. Thank you very much. Have a blessed night.